Not my topic.
That was my topic. Okay.
So
Yeah, I remember
what did you
saying
want
that
to
to me.
get into? That'll be our last topic for the day. What
All right.
you want to get into about that?
I feel
It's
like
the plain question itself.
like why do some men? I'm like some men, not all men. You know, some men.
Of course.
I meant some men because like
Accountability.
I've been
What
in
you
a
mean? What you mean
relationship.
by accountability?
like all right, their
Responsibility for your
wrongdoings, like and their
actions.
responsibilities on their actions and shit. Like sometimes you
I
know,
think you have a point.
some men like to blame you as the reason why they doing stuff. Like me personally, if I'm wrong in a situation, I'm gonna apologize. You know, all right, I'm wrong, I
Lies.
messed up. No, I'm
Look at that.
serious. I'm serious. I'm wrong, I messed up. Blah blah blah. You feel me? But if
Don't
you
do
choose
that.
to like argue with me, like all right,
do
I'm trying
that.
I'm trying to communicate with you, but you're not communicating with me. You're just basically playing the blame game. You feel me? Or like also like comes to cheating, I don't know. That's the answer I've gotten before. I
At
don't
least
know
you
why.
got.
why
I
you
don't
cheated?
know.
Oh,
I don't
you
know
asked
why.
why you did it?
Or you know,
She
it's only
got.
that
I
one
don't know.
time.
I
What?
got. It happened already. What you gonna do? It
Some shit you was saying, like, yo.
happened already. What you gonna do about it?
You gonna stay
Not
there?
ever.
Why you not talking?
I mean,
I don't know why I
I've said
did
it.
it. Like
I've said that a few.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. We're talking to you guys. Well, giving you a blind reaction. I haven't watched this video. I just saw it, and I just kind of react to these to the Daily Wrap Up crew. I really like their stuff, so I often just do a blind reaction to their videos. Now they're talking about, is everything a man's fault? And what's really interesting, I want to do another video talking about this. I was watching Kevin Hart Me Time comedy. I was watching with a friend beside me, and I said to myself, do you know what I've clocked about these comedies? Do you know what I've clocked about these particular comedies when they do it? The men are always at fault. Now, I can't blame the industry. I can't blame women for this because the industry is run by men. So if I'm honest with you, men are the problem. But why is it always in these comedy films the man or the husband is always the one that does something stupid, and then he has to find a way to try and get his woman back? And indirectly, what we're really saying is men are usually the F-ups. They're the ones that usually create the problems. And therefore, women are the ones who are the ones that are on the end of men's problems. I'm not saying this isn't true in some degree. I'm saying that it always seems to be the case. Most comedies that you see, black or white, it's the husband, it's the boyfriend that's done something stupid. Stupid. And now he's going to try and rectify it. And I was like, oh, this is sending a signal itself that men are always the ones that create the problems. Anyway, that was my thoughts about that. But anyway, let's get into this video. Listen, if you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor. Like it, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You already know. You got the minerals, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets out there are hot. All right, let's get into it.
Sometimes, like, yo.
But a lot of times niggas don't know why they did it.
like what?
It
I've
just
come
be
to that
opportunity.
conclusion.
Like,
All right.
I've come.
That don't mean. But that don't mean.
I wouldn't really say that's a good example for
What?
them.
Oh,
for
no,
me,
oh.
my baby father, I love you, but he took me through the worst trial in my life. That's why I love him though, because I learned from him.
Yeah,
For me,
it's a
but at the
very-
same time, he don't take accountability for his actions. And I say that because I would say to him, like, okay, if I asked you to go to the store and you went to and you didn't go, you end up going somewhere else. But you went outside to go to the store,
like a kid.
right? I'm just giving a hypothetically speaking. You went outside to go to the store because I asked you to go, right? But you went outside and you went and you seen Tom, Dick, Harry. You went to go play basketball with Tom, Dick, and Harry. You come back, you still ain't got no milk, right? What happened? Oh, I was with Tom, Dick, and Harry. They told me to do this. For me, I was why you
Sound like he took accountability to me. He said where he was at.
No.
He said where he was
No,
at.
I'm not asking.
No, that's not accountability. And honestly, on this particular part, yeah, let's not try to flux that. If you go to the shop, you said you're going to be back in 5, 10, whatever, how many minutes you're going to be back, and then you end up not coming back in the right time and you get back there, you take accountability by saying, do you know what? That's my fault. I did get into a situation with X, Y, and Z, but that's not the issue. I should have stuck to the plan that I told you I was going to do, and I've made a mistake. I apologize. Done. That's accountability. Look, let's not try to play it any other way. That's not taking accountability. Are men always at fault of this? No, women do the exact same thing too. But in this particular diagram that they've given us, verbal diagram they've given us of a situation, yeah, that's not accountability. I'm so sorry. If you go to the shop and you don't come back in the time you specified, and you got distracted, you must take accountability, sir. That's simple, plain. And accountability is acknowledging where the fault lies. It's with you. It's not with other people. It's not because you got distracted. It's with you. You know, many of us know this when you go to work or whether you're late to work, and instead of taking accountability, you make up an excuse, right? Now, the excuse is true. Listen, the bus was late. All right. You know what? The train was late. All right. But in all honesty, let's take accountability. If you wake up, you have to wake up a little bit earlier so you can get so you can make sure that nothing will negate your process of getting to work. If it happens first time, all right, cool. But several times over, that's me up. That was me at work. I ain't gonna lie to you. Several times over, there's no one else to blame but yourself. Yeah, let's keep it a buck.
Asking where you at. I'm not asking you where you at. I'm asking you why you ain't get the milk. Why you felt like that Tom, Dick, and Harry was more important than you going outside to get the milk and come back and then you going outside. Take responsibility for that.
I mean, that makes him irresponsible, but I don't think that's
accountability.
It takes
Accountability.
It's not.
Yeah.
I'm just
Taking
hypothetically
accountability
speaking.
by, oh, sorry, babe, I forgot. I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
Let me go get it now.
Exactly.
That's
Something like that.
Exactly.
I agree, but it's more on the irresponsible
That's
side.
both.
That's
Yeah.
the same thing.
But
It's not
that
unaccountable.
taking accountability for your responsibilities, no?
I feel like most fuckboys are accountable for their shit. No, I'm not.
He's speaking for he's speaking for the ex-fuck boys.
Let's be very honest. Are F boys accountable? Absolutely not. No, the whole point of being an F boy is that you're not being accountable, right? That's the point of being an actual F boy. You're not accountable. In your F boy ways, you're gonna tell someone, okay, you might say, hey, I don't really care what it is, but I'm gonna mess up your life. That's not really being accountable per se. I may be telling you the truth, but being accountable would be taking reckoning of the fact that results are going to happen after. So now she's going to be like, maybe she might feel like I got used because you know what, you lied to me or something, or you didn't tell me the truth about what you wanted to do. Because if you're telling girls the truth, that's different from being an F-boy. F-boys are telling lies. Real F-boys aren't telling the truth. Real F-boys are not being honest about what their position is. Like, oh, I want to have sex. That's not real F-boys. Real F-boys lie, cheat, steal. They're not being accountable. Okay? The blame always gets shifted onto you, the person who's the victim of the F-boy tactic. Or another aspect is, like I think you're gonna like I think he might be trying to say is they told you so, or they don't care. So, but that's not being accountable. But let's listen to him a bit more.
Speaking for the ex-fuck boys.
Most fuckboys.
That's his girl watching, so he's speaking for the ex-fuck boys.
Most fuckboys are accountable of their actions. They just don't give a fuck about how you care, like how you feel after they told you whatever it is. And if you think you want to dig out, oh, why you doing this? I don't know.
No, but I agree.
I don't care.
I agree.
Oh well.
I agree because I had one of those.
Because what do you want me to say? I'm sorry? They're not sorry. You get what I'm saying? So that's the whole point about it.
Yeah. I mean, but they're not taking accountability though. Like,
Yeah, they still not.
I mean,
Not being a G about it.
If they say yeah, I did it, so what you gonna do now?
I don't
That's
know
taking
why.
accountability.
oh, they saying they did it?
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I don't care. You want them to like,
Wait, are you saying that you did it?
if you saying I don't care, you caught me, then what is that saying?
Nah.
No, but did you say you did it? That's the whole point. If you say you caught me and I say to you, hey, I don't give a fuck, but you still got to come out and be like, listen, yeah, I did it. It's what I did. Listen, I'm going to lie to you. I don't care if you feel hurt or not, but I did it. Then that would be taking some level of accountability, right? Because you'd be like, look, hey, I did it. I did it. It's what it is. Let's move on. I'm ready to go with my life, right? That's not necessarily even taking accountability. That's you admitting the situation. The accountability will be admitting some fault on your part where you are accountable, right? That's the whole point. Accountability. What would you be accounting for, right? And the accounting you have here is the fact that you made a mistake or you've hurt the person or etc. etc. So you saying you don't care really isn't really taking accountability, right? If you say I did it, but F what you mean, that's not really accountability. If I'm honest with you.
I literally hear these particular words like, I did it.
But you guys want to hear it.
Huh?
If it was the foot on the other shoe, y'all want to hear it.
I wanna hear it.
All is being said, women still accept that nigga for giving that bullshit ass answer, and you can realize that a man wouldn't accept that from y'all.
I think that might.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yo, you probably make Arthur busting him. Yo, you wilding out for that one. But I think there might be some men that don't take accountability because y'all still gonna reward him at the end of the day. This is why I hate when women say, "Well, why don't guys hold other men accountable?" Well, if I hold my bro accountable, I'm like, "Yo, you did some fuck shit, right?"
Word.
But that's still gonna be his bro.
Listen. Regardless if we friends or not, if you still giving him pussy, you rewarded him for being a fuckboy. He go.
And this is the honest truth. Yeah, that's the honest truth, guys. If you reward a guy if you reward him for sex after he's been an F-boy, darling, there's nothing I can do about it. It's like when I and the funny thing, I was saying this to someone else actually recently as well. I was saying to myself, are you sure they done? Like, are you sure they done? Like, listen, there's certain advice I don't give until I know your coast is clear. Because if I know you're gonna go back, I'm not gonna give certain advice because I know you're gonna go back, and that information is gonna go back. So I'm not gonna give certain advice. No, one has to be wise. Are you fully done? If you're not fully done, I'm not gonna be a bum. You understand? Yeah, and I'm not gonna be dumb. So I'm not gonna tell you certain things. And so like he's saying, rewarding negative behavior in this aspect is if he's an F-boy and you then go back and give him sex again, you are rewarding the bad behavior, and you're now saying that you don't mind his behavior, right? Because you're still willing to give him the goods, okay? The goodies.
Lose a friendship, but he's not going to be willing to lose the pussy. Like, you're still rewarding him for his toxic behavior. Like, men don't care about friendship. They care more about pussy than they do about friendship.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
He's moving very, very mad. I've never heard a man say that. And the fact that he said that, we need to check his credentials, okay? Men do care about their friendships. If they're real friendships. If they're not real friendships, they don't care. Now, of course, do men subvert their friendships sometimes for poussoir? It happens all the time. Women do the exact same thing for the lash. But in reality, men care about their friendships, bro. We really do care about our friendships. We really do care about friendships, bro. Let's not cap on that, bro.
That's a fact. I agree with you. 100%. I agree with you 100% because when I was dealing with my baby father, right? Before I decided to actually cut it off with him, right? That's something that we went through. It's like, okay, I kept rewarding him the whole 10 years we was together. You fuck you ain't shit. Right?
You was rewarding him or he was rewarding you?
I was rewarding him.
Because he was blowing your back out.
I was rewarding him. Shit, I rewarded him and gave that nigga a baby and then I left. Okay?
Okay.
But
You gave him what he wanted and then left.
no, I gave him what I wanted.
Wait, what? Oh, you wanted the baby.
I wanted the baby.
So how you gonna receive?
We not gonna further. Yeah.
So how does that make sense, sis? What did you just say? You just rewarded him. You were rewarding him, but then you gave him a baby which you wanted. Make it make sense.
Right? We were talking into other topics. But what I'm saying is I had to for me really show him that I wasn't fucking with him no more in order for him to respect
That's how I got my
accountability.
accountability because he did not, baby, he did not take no accountability for nothing. Until I left his ass high and dry in
Bye.
Miami Carnival.
Don't call me.
Next thing you know,
Don't
I
text
come
me.
back.
You gotta
I'm
leave
sorry
that
for this.
nigga
I'm sorry for that. And I always tell my friends, leave that nigga alone. And if he
He
really
ain't
wanna
sorry.
be with
He only
you,
sorry he got
gonna
caught.
come back. And to this day, he will apologize for things he did years ago because he would take accountability because he know he don't lose me. So his mindset was like, literally, like, for instance, we had an argument the other day.
Shit, my baby
And
father still ain't taking
He knew
accountability.
he did something that was beneficial for him and it wasn't for me. And I was upset about that. I'm like, yo, you got your closure, I didn't. That's not fair. And he realized it hurt my feelings. And I'm like, well, I need to act. And he said, no, babe, I'm sorry that hurt your feelings. Like, I really thought it would do this for me, but I guess it didn't because it hurt you more in the process. But that also, he growed up. Like, this
Did not get that.
We could be a whole podcast about what he did to me.
Shout out to Bam
That's
Bam.
a man.
Shout out to DJ Bam.
Shout out to Bam.
And you know what? She's talking some real stuff right there as well, that sometimes you have to show these men and women, but in their case, show these men that you are not going to take this level of behavior anymore. Like, if you see that behavior and it's being unaccountable, you have to reward that person with moving away. You have to reward that person with leaving them alone. You have to reward that person with, we ain't talking anymore. You have to reward that person with, I'm not trying to entertain your nonsense anymore. Because when I entertain it, this is what I get. You have to train some of these men to behave in an appropriate way. Some of you need to ghost these guys, right? You've asked him for, can we have closure? Or you've asked him, listen, you know, you've asked him about a situation and you can tell that he's deflecting and dismissive and all that kind of stuff. Go cold. Go cold. Because half the guys really don't care and won't care whether you go cold or not. The other half will be like, you know what? My bad. I was wrong. And maybe you say it later on. Maybe you might not say it straight away. But for your sanity, you have to just cold. You have to go cold. If you can see that person really is not trying to take accountability, they're not trying to hear you, they're not really trying to love upon you, appreciate you, show you respect, go cold. Okay? All right? Stop trying to entertain it. Go cold. All right? That's our new term now. Go cold. Might put on a t-shirt. Go cold. You know what I mean? Yeah? Don't play with them.
NYC free hookah 6 to 10 every day. Just share the fire.
Anyway, listen, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads as well. Listen, don't forget as well, grab your tickets. There'll be a link in the description box for you guys as well. We're selling tickets for ATL and New York, our live tour, Hydrated tour in US. I'm coming to the US, baby. Okay, so grab your tickets. Listen, it's going to be an exciting live event, panel talk. You know how we do, like we do online? We're going to do it in person. 3 hours, just good conversation, food and drink. You know what I'm saying? Vibes, chats, all that kind of good stuff. And then finally as well, we'll have an after dark session for those of you who are VIP. You understand? After dark means certain conversations, you know what I mean, that you really wouldn't be having online. You get me? It's for the offline thing. All right, listen, guys, appreciate you staying locked. Stay loaded. We'll see you again very, very soon.